So how's everything been?
Good, good. We're live now. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. How's it going? Yeah. So like you asked, how's everything been, Theron? Haven't spoken in a while. I heard you've been
Uh,
busy.
yeah. I've been pretty busy. I've started my like I haven't told you this, but I actually started like my masters like back in September. Let's see. Yeah. I guess so actually I wasn't able to like actually like meet stream with you at the time of the H1B like controversy because I actually had exams on Fridays. So thankfully we managed to like schedule this. I haven't had as much research or like prep on it like for on the H1B like visas, but like I guess
Uh,
in general my position is I have a more like laissez-faire attitude towards immigration. By the way, how's life been for you? What have you been
um,
doing since?
no, nothing. Oh, here's a comment. I'm doing good, Liz. No, I'm just being annoyed. I'm more calm right now, but it was like everything is just annoying me right now. Like the H1B visa thing, that doesn't. I don't really care so much about it. If I'm just being honest with you, I see benefits. I see non-benefits to it. I think Sean
Mm,
Fitzgerald made a good, statement on it. Whether or not it's good for economy, we could debate it. I mean, I think everybody. I think at the end of the day, just get annoyed. The main reason why there may be side reasons why they have it, but the main reason why is because they just want cheap labor. I mean, I think you agree with that, right? Like,
I mean, uh, I guess that might be one of the reasons why companies might want like cheaper labor. Sure.
I mean, cheap labor means a lot. I mean, compared to all that, if you ever been to stores, you'd see that many people they hire are not great at their job, but they hire them because they're cheap labor. You know what I mean? But anyways, it just
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so, but like companies would have to do a cost benefit analysis, and they have to like this way whether like the quality of someone like that's uh, you know has greater skills, but like you know uh it's is a higher cost. Like they need
Right.
to like weigh that with
Yeah.
someone that even though they might not be as skilled, like if they're like have like
Mm,
if they like bargain like for like cheaper like wages, then again that might be like better like cost benefit analysis for them. And I don't know, I think it's like the same with how like when you're a consumer and you're like buying something in the market, like maybe maybe Apple is like way better than like as Samsung in terms of like quality, but like Samsung is way cheaper, and you don't we don't blame the consumer before for like
right.
wanting
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
cheap stuff,
Yeah.
even though like
Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 Of course. I totally get you. I totally. I'm about to be frank with you. What's happening with the news is just. I'm just annoyed. I can't like this is what's getting me annoyed right now. I was so angry before I went on the stream, and now I just cooled off. You know what I mean? It's like can't make good
okay.
comment. That's people ask me why I don't stream so often. This is one. But anyways, um, yeah. I mean, like the whole thing is just stupid, though. I mean, like I mean, I don't know. Like people will. People are gonna say I suck because of this. I just don't like really the anti-Indian thing. I know I might sound cringy here, but I just what I mean, like because I don't really like. I didn't know how hated Indians were. Like they're second to Jews on Twitter of being hated. You get what I mean or no?
I see what you mean. It's weird because like it,
Yeah.
it's weird because I only saw like this like anti like Indian hatred like recently, like above until like 5 seconds ago, like all I heard was annoying like Jewish like
Hmm.
conspiracy like theories. The amount of times I replied to like these anti-Semitic like
Yeah.
people has been so annoying.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Right.
like
Yeah.
the thing is, I've heard like stereotypes about Indian people that are like I'm not familiar with. Like apparently they only hire them own like people in it when they in a company launches a tech thing,
Well,
which I've never
well,
like
well,
heard
the
of.
thing that people don't like about Indians is that they're tricky, that they scam people, and that in India they have a culture that they don't really care about people being scammed. I mean, I'm not sure if that's true or not because what got me a little bit. I mean, maybe you could answer this. I thought originally thought people of India were anti-scammers, but then I heard that they actually don't care about. They actually view it as like a normal job, basically as like a noble thing, sort of like as being intelligent. Could you spread some light because you're Indian yourself? I
Uh,
mean, maybe it's different for you because you're Christian. I heard in Hindu culture it's not such a big deal to steal. I don't know. I don't know. It's just
yeah,
I'm talking.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not like Indian. I'm Sri Lankan. Like, I mean, I am like a little somewhat similar, but like I don't know, Sri Lankan like culture is way different from like the way more broad like Indian culture. Like maybe someone like say Rohan or Connor might be able to like speak to like
Yeah, yeah.
that, but like I haven't like talked to
Oh,
those guys in like
uh,
time.
yeah. I thought you were Indian yourself. Okay, fine. I didn't. Sri Lankan. What's that, Sir? Let me check.
It's
Sir.
it,
Oh, that country in Africa. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean
remember atheism. Yeah, you're
but
not. So you're not. That's a bummer. I thought you were Indian. Like, that's
uh,
a pretty big.
I mean, like Sri Lanka is like a country that's next to like India. The reason you might think I'm Indian is because like so there's two ethnicities in Sri Lanka: the Tamils and like Sinhalese. The Tamils ethnicity they're also in like India and I don't know in Sri Lanka, like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. All those countries are kind of part of the like Indian sub like continent.
Okay, fine. So your guys are of the same. So your Taz, so your guys are the same race. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
No, because I remember Atheism Unstoppable making a video on IQs and worlds, and he said he saw Sri Lanka having a high IQ and it being in Africa. He says somebody bribed the IQ testers. It was actually pretty funny. But anyways, yeah, no, but I don't know, like, because in my opinion, Indian people are cool. I mean, like, because in the day, every race has their own troubles. I mean, like, people never
Yeah.
bring up Chinese people's troubles for some reason. I mean, like, Asian people, they have troubles as well. Like, every race has their
Yeah.
troubles. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like people. I'm actually surprised. Why do people? But anyways, like, and the thing I know is people like making, oh, you cannot insult Jews and Indians. They're only people you can't insult. Is like, what country do they live in? Like, those are the two groups right now on Twitter that you can. But anyways, this is what's getting me annoyed. Is like I shouldn't really care about the anti-Semitism, but I just have no life, I guess. But recently, I guess now they're bringing back. First of all, let's before we go into the anti-Semitism, did you hear about the Trump steal or no?
But wait, is Trump's recent court case?
Yes. No, no, not court
Uh,
case. The Trump, the whole hostage deal.
oh no, no, I don't think I heard anything about it. Oh, the Israel Netanyahu thing. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
heard anything about that.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's I don't know, it's so annoying. Yeah, well, like it's one of the things I wish would just end already. You know what I mean? It's like so annoying. The whole Israel thing. Because it's like it's two sides of the same coin. One side believes that we owe Israel everything. The other side believes that Israel is the worst country out there. Another
Mm,
side believes that the both the anti-Israel side believes that the right is anti-Israel. That the left, it's just like a whole thing. It's like a whole big mish kebab. You can't really pinpoint. It's like I just don't like it, fam. But anyways, these are the anti-Semitism things I'm talking about. It shouldn't annoy me, but so did you see this video or no?
well,
You
let me
got the
see.
video I showed you from
Oh
what
yeah,
you mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he put I don't know, he put it perfectly. It's like these things are like getting me annoyed. Like this whole like one thing I'm just wondering if I could ask you maybe. And something I noticed about the neo Nazis, why whenever they criticize Jews, they never criticize like Orthodox Jews for being homophobic or being for traditional roles. I never. Did you
I mean,
understand that?
to be fair, the anti-Semites said Groypers are also homophobic. So that,
Yeah,
I think that like actually checks out.
right.
So
No, because it's more like, you never have you ever heard of unorthodox, my unorthodox life? You probably have.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, you have one.
I've
No,
heard of
no,
Orthodox Jews.
no. But you heard of communities that leave Orthodox Jews. They might, yeah. But that's one thing I never get. They like try to, no. But it's just so annoying. You know what I mean? It's like, in the sense that it's like, it's just like, the lying that comes, because I don't believe anti-Semitism comes from thin air. I believe there's some things you can criticize, but it's like the overt lying of it is sort of like very annoying for me. Like
Hmm.
when they share like this video like of this like two Christian women want to share the gospel but were assaulted by it. It's like, this is not like, you can't prove a video does not prove the whole thing. Like what if
Yeah,
you
yeah. It's basically like identity, like politics. Like,
yeah,
sure, those like the kids are horrible, but I don't know.
yeah,
They're trying to like paint like Israel or like Jewish people like
uh,
all of them like hate like Christians. Like it's really
how did you
annoying.
get how did you get my link? Hold on, how did this person get my link? Hello, who is this? Okay, I don't know who it is.
Hello.
Yeah, it's somebody else. I'm afraid he might share. So I'm afraid I might get bombed by him. But anyways, no, I just like, it's just no, I don't know. Like it's like he brought this perfectly. Huh? Are these kids our greatest allies? Do they represent the majority of Jews in Israel or the Jewish government? The reasoning could be used to paint any group as evil by pointing fringe ones. I'm so tired of this anti-Jewish narrative, so-called conservatives who try to use Christianity, self-claim, and do not care about the Christians or about Jesus or what he thought in the slightest.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, just it's, like I mean, like like go to like it's just annoying because like missionary work is banned in Gaza and the West Bank, so it's like whatever. No, I know it's just annoying for me. I shouldn't care, but it's like these idiots. Like
Yeah,
it just like
yeah. I mean, Hamas might like behead people like Nick Fuentes, which I'm gonna be honest, that would be funniest. I mean, of course, I oppose like beheading like people you disagree with, even someone as
right,
opponent as Nick
right.
Fuentes. But like it's
I mean, no,
actually like Fuentes.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Well, what about Nick Fuentes? Sorry, continue. Is it because he's gay or because he's Christian? What do you mean by that?
Like good question actually. I think because he's Christian.
Right. I mean,
But
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
well,
Like it's just, it's just a dumb thing, you know what I mean? Like saying that it's a really big, cope to say that Jews are the biggest threat to Christians when Muslims literally kill Christians. You could speak about Boko Haram. You ever heard of them?
mm, yeah, the one in Africa.
What it's just annoying, I shouldn't. It's just, it's really just the whole LARP. It's just the whole trend. I don't know what these people understand that this is going to not last forever. Maybe it will. I don't know. Like, but this is just another trend. It's like the culture wars are not a thing you should put all your effort in because they eventually go to a different thing. It's not like a thing
Mm,
that am I wrong about this or
yeah,
yep.
that's one of the reasons I don't usually like make videos on like cultural stuff because I guess uh yeah, I guess the thing is with me, like I try to like put a lot of my effort and research into my videos, and if I'm actually gonna like properly tackle a topic, like I need way more time. And by the time I finish a proper video,
I mean, if you would get
like
more
it
views,
goes.
you would get more views if you talk about the culture war. I'll tell you that
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, no, and then we just get like it's just these annoying things, and these people probably like know it. No, and then I saw a different video, a video that this Chinese person made. His name is Arthur, which let me show
Jewish
it
is
to you.
both a faith and ethnicity, how they are the only minority allowed to shapeshift their demographic for whatever identitarian and political angle they need at the time. And they don't want you to be aware of this cunning upper hand they have slithered themselves into. And they conceal this by changing their names and masquerading as one of us. Jonah Feldstein is Jonah Hill. Jonathan Leibowitz is Jon Stewart. Robert Allen Zimmerman is Bob Dylan. John Cohn is John Kerry. Michael Danielovich is Michael Douglas. J. Scott Greenspan is Jason Alexander. Chaim Witz is Gene Simmons. Stuart Koenigsberg is Woody Allen.
Okay, I mean many of the names he just brought up, they used another like Greenspan is a Jewish name. Anyways, this is like a dumb argument, because first of
Yeah.
all, if Jews have all the power in the world, if you cannot insult Jews, why don't they keep their Jewish name? And also, people literally actors use fake names all the time. Like Scarlett Johansson is not her real name. She has this person. Like idiotic things like this, and then we have people bringing up the Talmud thing, like bring up a single text. like a single line from Talmud, which is not. A Talmud is like a. That's the thing. I'm just getting annoyed here. Comparing the Talmud to like the New Testament or the Quran is a dumb thing.
Yeah.
A better thing to compare it to would be like a You ever heard of the Hadith?
Oh, yeah. Like the hadiths on like official, like
Yeah, and but even
they're
that, I
like
mean,
kind of assistant sources, like for the Islamic
yeah,
text, right?
right, exactly. It's like I don't know, like I don't know, like just but it's just the line that goes into it, like the line that the top, like I don't know, whatever that the Talmud that these people are so. I mean, maybe they. I mean, if they're so into the Talmud and I do some research on Orthodox Jews and they know that they're not for porn or homosexuality. Like,
Hmm.
I have there's a reason why I have pictures blocked on my computer. It's like, no, it's just a lie. I'm just gonna be honest with you, Theron. Why do people have to lie when they could just say the truth? Why is that?
The thing is, like, um, I don't know. I guess like when people like see one image on Twitter, they don't bother like researching any further or like fact checking it.
No, no, like Jake Shields is the famous one for doing that. He just puts in like throws
Uh,
in, I shouldn't care, like I said, but it's like I don't know, just person brought up with text, and as if you know the Talmud, it's a list of arguments. You can't just bring it up just from one like any place. He's bring up like a phrase. You could take any of them out of context. Like I think one of them, he which one he said that was like blah blah blah. I'm being honest with you. I never came across this, but it's because the Talmud is pretty big. I mean, I'm not trying to like blah 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 blah. I'm sorry. I just shouldn't. No, there's one thing he brought up as proof of anti-Gentile is that they considered a somebody that's the son of that has a Jewish father is not but has a Gentile mother. They're not Jew. I don't know what these things are just annoying me. I mean, like I don't know what would you say here? I mean, like I know you're probably not a fan of the Talmud because you're Christian, but like, what do you think?
hmm.
Like, what do you think about this whole LARP that's going on? Like, people like this whole new LARP that people are into, in your opinion?
The thing is, like even if we, I can't like attest to like the verses in like the Talmud, whether they're actually like calling for the deaths of Gentiles. But even if those verses are true, not every like Jewish person like believes that. It's like with like Islam and Muslims in the Quran, like if there's like verses in the Quran that like command like people to like kill non-believers, like not every Muslim is going to agree with that
Well,
or believe that.
besides for that, Jews don't they know about the Jewish Reformation? Like, there's not every Jew is Orthodox. They had a Jewish Reformation. They're Reformed Jews, conservative Jews, Orthodox. Like, I mean, like they tried to LARP all Jews together. That's the annoying part. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
A Reformed Jew and a conservative Jew are not the same thing, and they tried to take bad stuff from Reformed Jews and bad stuff from Orthodox Jews and put them together. But as I said,
Hmm.
that's one thing I'm confused about is why don't they bring up? But you just said it's because. But the thing is, they're hypocritical in the sense. This is what I spoke to brother. You know who brother Nathaniel is?
Oh, right. That's
A
the
very nice man.
anti-Jewish Jew.
Yeah, a very nice man. He I asked him like, how can you guys be anti the Talmud for being anti-Gentile when you guys are anti-Jews? You bring up New Testament verses to prove that the Christians should be anti-Semitic. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, this synagogue of Satan stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. And and he says to me, "Well, oh yeah, you're right. Just you don't have to bring up the Talmud. Most of them don't even believe in the Talmud. It's like." I just, it just, gets. Besides, for also they bring up the Talmud for not liking non-believers, but they also like. I'm not wrong. Are the grape? I mean, this is the thing. Then aren't the grapers against people that don't believe in Jesus? Don't they believe that if you're not Catholic, you should not, what's it called again? You you should not people that are non-Catholic are like second-class citizens, second-class people to them. Am I wrong about this, or am I?
Like to I don't know exactly what the like Groypers believe, but like there has been like tension between like the Catholic Groypers and I don't know Protestants. Like
I'm not a fan. Anybody that's not Christian, I believe, should be like second-class citizens. Basically, they shouldn't. I think they've said
oh
that before.
oh possibly. I mean, like I know that like
I mean,
Fuentes
this is
wants some form of like a theocracy, but I don't know like to what extent that's true.
this is my problem with the Grapers. They don't have a plan. They don't know what they believe in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think
It's,
Fuentes like has a solid idea of what he believes, but like the Groyper support is, you know what's weird? Like I hear like Fuentes say stuff like, "I don't hate Jewish people. I just criticize like Israel and like Jewish like overrepresentation and like culture." But his supporters are like pure like anti-Semites who admit it. So like it, so
I
even
mean, no,
so
no. Fuentes is just a what do they call it again? He's just a grifter. He just does whatever anything is popular.
mm,
Hear him like from day to day. He has a change of opinion. You, but like yeah, I mean they don't like his opinion. Like what's he gonna do with Jews? Like he hates Jews. I get you, but what's your plan for Jews? Like every
mm,
day is different. He wants them to be. He wants people to know about Jewish power, but them to be citizens. Then he wants to be second class citizens. Like there's no idea, and this is the dangerous part. You know, like because some
mm,
gripers or some people, this takes one crazy person to kill somebody. You know what I mean? Because they
yeah,
don't really. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain this, but you get what I mean or no?
yeah. I get what you mean.
Sorry, are you there?
Uh, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you can't really understand what there's. You get what I mean or no? Like, there's no like. He doesn't make it clear his ideas to extent, and he
Mm.
just like it's you can make out from the stream. I don't know. Am I just being whatever, or what do you think?
Uh, he can be like, I mean, like the guy can be pretty like confusing and like not very trustworthy, like contradictory
No,
in
no,
a way. Yeah.
I just don't like this whole. And this is my problem with Donald Trump. I know if just every. I like. Why do people like to eat? Why do you like to eat McDonald's?
Um. Wait. Well, I guess because it tastes nice.
Well, no, come on. You could make better food. Come on, tell me. What's the real reason why you think people like to eat McDonald's? What's the bit like fast food so much?
Maybe branding, like
Okay. No, the
maybe
reason
because
is
like
I can tell you why. It's because it tastes similar. It tastes the same thing. You're gonna eat this. It tastes the same every time. If
uh
I don't. I don't get that with politicians. I don't get with anybody. They change their minds every second. It's like very annoying. You know what I
hmm,
mean? Like, just want
hmm,
consistency. But it used to be this way. You know what I mean? But things have changed. With the internet, things change. I mean, I guess it's to extent good, but then it gets like crazy when it goes insane. It's gone insane. You know what I mean? Like it used to be in like when you will hear the radio show, like Rush Limbaugh said the same thing he said 30 years ago, but now it's like things change. I don't know.
hmm.
Yeah, but anyways, what do you want to talk about? Let's talk about the HB1 visas. So, uh, never mind. Well, what do you want to talk about? Well, I think we already went over the H1B visas. What do you want to talk about? Sorry.
But do you want to talk about anything other than HP1 visas or go back to like H1B visas?
Well, I mean, what do you want to talk about? So, what's your next video going to be on? Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Honestly, I guess I guess like the doing videos for the past years has been like time consuming. Although I've started to like change my approach and just really do topics that I don't know for at least for now like takes a lot less research. And I don't know one of
Right.
the ones is about the woman who like slept with like 100 like guys, right?
Oh yeah. It's yeah. So you're making so you're going yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah. Have you ever
Okay.
gotten? You say would you, that's actually not like a bad question. Would you um so like would you become a Christian YouTuber or that would never happen? I'm just wondering.
I mean, I wouldn't mind like making like Christian videos, but like I don't have enough like knowledge to do like a full blown like Christian second channel. Like I wouldn't mind like doing like Christian like videos, but I have like limited expertise on it. Maybe something like like a more Christian spin on the culture wars, such as I mean such as such as maybe uh premarital sex, the one I'm gonna like do next,
Yeah.
or maybe even like if an atheist like takes a Bible verse out of context and like I understand it and I can find the right source for it, I might like make a response video to
Mm.
that. But other than that, like uh yeah, other than that, like pretty much I wouldn't be making that much Christian content. I'd like to, but I don't. It's not generally my like expertise.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. So you, no, because I think you take a if you take a reasonable approach, the stuff that some people don't like about Christians, they don't take a reasonable approach to some stuff. Like I'm talking about like approach to like let's say let me give you an example. Let's say oh yeah, he's my brother. He's my brother. Yeah. Um but you know, how do I put this like Hinduism. If you say I might think Hinduism is less closer to less maybe more blasphemous than let's say Islam, but but in a secular sense it's better than Islam. Do you get what I mean or no?
Oh, I definitely agree with you in that sense.
Yeah, like make stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like or like a good example. I think this would be a good example. Is why would a Christian be anti? Why would you be anti Christian nationalism? Shouldn't you be for it because it promotes Christianity? It follows the rules of why do you think it's not?
Because like Christianity is delivered by law, it's delivered by love, and while there may be like authorities like God created like authorities for us to like that legit we maybe like might pay taxes and maybe authorities to like defend us like often like there's been ideas that like the for governments may like oppress Christians, and Christians all in all need to like
Yeah, but I'm saying
be
Christian got
good moral Christians.
like ever heard of like by like the Crusaders? Like Christianity was founded. I mean, not founded. I guess Jesus wasn't a, but like you never heard of like Constantine, the Crusades,
Oh,
stuff like that. Like that. I mean, like
I mean,
why would
I
yeah
mean the thing is that like there's no like model of like government like
right.
in the Bible, and like while maybe Constantine may have helped spread Christianity like through the like Roman Empire. The thing is, governments can be like easily like corrupted, and
Well, no. I agree with the sense. I wouldn't trust my government with religion. It would automatically go badly. Yeah, I think. But I'm saying, but like if you forced everybody to be Christian, then everybody would be Christian, right? Was when I mean, even if they won't believe in it,
no,
their kids would believe it. No, no.
no. I mean, like to have like genuine belief, like you have to be genuinely convinced. Like if someone like forces you to be Christian, you'll probably lie and just say you're Christian and just pretend to do all the practices, but not actually believe it.
Right, but over
Uh,
time, generationally, people will become their kids will be Christian, no? Or
I mean, they might more likely, um, but like it won't be. The thing is, it won't be on a strong intellectual foundation because like their ideas won't be like criticized or like tested, and they can easily
yeah.
stop being Christian with like exposure to like certain ideas out of like Christianity.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, I guess. I mean, like, I mean, this is a thing I'll say about the Christian nationalists. If they hate it when I mean, do they hate it? If Jews do something similar, they would hate it so much. But when it's done by them, they don't mind it. You know what I mean? I would
Yeah.
say they mind it when, but I mean, I don't know. Like now they like Islam, so can I call them hypocritical? You know what I mean? I mean, they don't like it when Jews do it, but I don't know. The whole
Mm,
thing is just it's just a big mess. You know what I mean? There's I think I
yeah.
mean like well, you agree that they're inconsistent anyway. So like you know, which that's why I want. Would you ever speak about groypers more often, or you just or you just don't believe they're not big. You're going to sound lame, and they're not too big of an audience. Would
Okay.
you say?
But um. Sorry. There was a like comment. The Bible has governments described in it, judges and kings. Like they're definitely like were like governments, but like one that was before like Jesus. Oftentimes when God said like judges and kings, the like people of like Israel would like disobey and then afterwards like God would like punish them with like invasions and
I mean, yeah.
like and eventually like the I don't know, I guess the New Testament and changes like the direction and
Yeah.
uh
Yeah,
yeah
no, no,
like
yeah. Jesus wasn't Jesus. None of the Jesus, Paul, and Peter were not involved in governments. Yeah,
yeah
I mean, some
yeah
like the Watchtower takes that to mean you can't even be involved with politics. So yeah, I mean,
yeah
no,
yeah
yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's a funny thing because people bring up how the Bible is pro open borders, yet they don't like back in David's time or Solomon's time. They weren't open borders. It was pretty. It's also a little bit funny how you know do they not? I mean, do the Grapers not understand that in the olden days they also were very pro-Jews? They were also They promote ethnocentrism among Jews, but not among Gentiles. Do they know that or not? I'm wrong about
um
this, or
yeah I don't know like much about like the groypers like I think they're kind of like diverse like there's some like groypers that like talk about like Stalin being like Jewish and then like Nick Fuentes is saying that he loves Stalin so that's like
I
weird
don't know,
and funny.
the whole thing. The whole thing doesn't make sense. I mean, like they say communism is a Talmudic value, yet the Bolsheviks killed rabbis for teaching the Talmud. I mean, did you know that or not?
But who killed what?
They sent like if you go find Lubavitch, like the Lubavitch Rebbe, he was put into the gulag for they did not allow Jews to teach the Talmud or stuff like that because they were
Oh
anti-religion. Yeah,
in Stalinist
yeah,
Russia.
yeah. They weren't good for him. Yeah, but like the whole thing. This is the whole thing about the whole. But did you know that David was ethnocentric? Did you know that or not? Or maybe you did you
Um,
know that? Well,
I guess I got like maybe vibes from that like in the Bible, but like a lot of like tribes like were ethnocentric back in the biblical times.
right. I mean, what do you mean tribes are ethnocentric? I mean,
Okay, maybe
any
of like nations, tribes.
I mean, this is a question. If Christians believe, do Christians believe that, um, do Christians believe that what's the guy that Israel was only Jews lived in Israel, or do they believe other people lived there as well
But
during
but
David's time? Do you
yeah,
believe that Israel was an ethno state, or do you, in your opinion, or did other people live there?
I think potentially a few other people live there because it like in the like Bible it said that like give like shelter to like aliens because you are also aliens back in the land of Egypt.
Right,
So do not oppress the foreigners, stuff like that. So like maybe they might have a sense of ethnocentrism, but like they
right,
didn't like uh
right,
they weren't full on segregationists.
right.
Also in also I want to like respond to this person in the comment. I definitely agree that like Jesus was a fulfillment of the law. Like we can't like completely ignore the laws in the Old Testament. In fact, I think that we should like follow those laws in the Old Testament. I'm just saying that like that what legal enforcement isn't like necessary in Christianity, but we should still follow them in our hearts.
Right, right. No, no. what was I going to say? The thing that bothers me about the whole Jews, do you know like Jewish intermarriage is a lot higher than even the white intermarriage by a lot. Do you know that or
You mean like
yeah.
interracial or
Yeah, that's why I don't get. They say that Jews are trying to erase white people, but they're doing a horrible job because they're just erasing themselves. Like, like you understand, you know what I'm saying, right? Like Israel's
yeah.
population. Yeah, it's a poll. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wish I. This is the problem. I have so much to say right now. I just don't know how to say. That's what's killing me right now, Theron. Right now, I have so much to say. Just do you ever have that problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of like Andrew Tate and this whole controversy?
I don't really follow into it. I mean, can I
Hmm.
be honest with you? I don't really follow into these stories because I don't want to get excited. I mean, like, I mean, like, it's whatever. I guess. I mean, so what exactly happened? He's being exposed for raping people, for trafficking people. They didn't know this
And
before. They just found out about this, or what is
like
this about?
I'm not talking about like a court case. I'm just talking about like how he was on like Benny Johnson's thing, and then like Benny Johnson was pretty like friendly to him,
Okay.
and like a lot of people conservatives feel that like Andrew, including me, feel that Andrew Tate is not like uh, you know truly like embracing like conservative like values
I
and
mean,
like
to be fair, I mean, I mean, some of his things are, wouldn't you say, align with Muslim values? I mean,
um well I guess conservative Muslim values I guess also one
it
of
depends. I mean, there are not too many black Jews. I mean, if there was a black Jew, I'm not suggesting interbreeding, man. I'm just saying, I'm not promoting it. Like we're, if there was a Jewish lady that was black, I don't think they have too many of them though. Maybe, but my
but
parents wouldn't like it. My parents don't like me marrying black people, so I wouldn't do it because of
wait
them. But anyways,
but
yeah.
yeah me I wouldn't technically advocate for it. I'd just be like I wouldn't care. It's like what it is. I don't see it like I see it as morally neutral. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Well, I mean, like,
And
why are
like
people? No, first of all, I understand why people like Larry, like some people like. I like Jared Taylor, but he says, why are people concerned with what I believe in? Like, bro, you believe that races are different. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong or right or right. I don't know. Like, whatever I say here, it's going to be people are going to criticize me, right, Theron? But
yeah.
bottom line is, you believe that. Of course, people are going to get upset. Now he's going to say, "Oh, black people say the same thing." I understand that, but even with them, I mean, like, people are still concerned with what they say, and they don't. I mean, do they openly? Do blacks? Do they openly? I mean, they do openly, but how openly would they say? Would Al Sharpton say that blacks are more superior to whites, in your opinion?
I don't think someone like Al Sharpton would say that.
I mean, no. I mean,
No,
he
I
goes.
think Al Sharpton might have like unfair like double standards, but like he wouldn't like say something like that.
Well, no, because he knows why whites are smarter. But no, Jim, just joking, just joking, just joking. I'm just joking, just joking, just joking. No, no. But the way, like Nick Fuentes won't say Jews are dumber than whites because Jews are excelling in whites in certain areas. He just says that whites are evil. So basically, with Al Sharpton, and if you see his radio show, replace whites with Jews, and you get Nick Fuentes. You know what I mean?
Oh
Anyways,
yeah.
yeah, that's what they're gonna do. But like, that's their whole get out of jail card. They'll say, "Oh, we believe everybody's equal. We just believe that way." I don't know, whatever. I'm not getting into this, but yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Like, I heard that Muslims were anti Andrew Tate now because he was going against the Pakistani grooming gangs, and apparently Nick Fuentes is pro the Pakistani.
Yeah, like Muhammad Hijab like started commenting on that. So yeah,
Yeah, I hate those Muslim dawahs. They're just like, am I the only one that thinks they're just like even if I agree with some stuff they say, they just are. You know what I mean? They're how do I say? They're just mean
prideful.
people. Yeah, they're mean. No, they're mean people. Like you know who Bilal Muhammad is?
No,
You don't follow UFC?
no.
Okay, so this is one thing this is what Bilal Muhammad said about Sean Strickland. Like let me say. Okay, here it is. Oh, I got it here. So America is a country of Christianity. Yeah, okay, so whatever. So this is what Bilal Muhammad says, the rival. He's a MMA fighter. Wasn't this guy crying because his Christian American dad used to touch him? And Muhammad Hijab retweeted this. You know what I mean? Like it's like, what if
Dang.
like what do you mean would do that, or like Trent Horn would do that? Like, you get what I mean? They're like many of these Muslim activists, like Christian activists, are not that. How do I put this? They're not that crazy. I mean, we have a couple ones, but the mainstream ones are not ones that are. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. But what did you notice that with Lauren Chen? Like they're all pro. Like it can become really weird now. Like like, and anytime somebody criticizes a Muslim, they always bring up. But what about the Jews? Do you notice that?
Yeah, like
Not to
yeah,
the
Lauren
Muslims,
Chen's kind of like
because
yeah,
the
Lauren
Jews are
Chen's
worse now,
become
so
like
you cannot criticize anything a Muslim does. You
yeah,
saw that
Lauren
trend or
Chen's
no? I remember you showing me something with Lauren Chen. Remember that?
yeah, Lauren Chen's basically become like a cock now for like Islam. Like she's said like you can criticize Islam, but not it is Judaism. And I thought, wow, that's the most stupid like
No, but
retarded
you
take
remember you
out.
sent it to me because Rihanna criticized Islam, Hindus, and Christians, and then she says, "Oh," and then she apologized for criticizing Hindus and Islam, but not Christians. And Romulo says, you see, she's not mentioning Christianity, and then she got some black that says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Listen, Islam and Christian and Hinduism are, I don't know, the whole thing. It's like, where do people get the idea that, like, what's the whole idea that the only religion you cannot criticize is Judaism? Like, have people
Mm.
not been around? People not hear what happened to Trey Stone and Matt Parker? Like, it's not like you could criticize Islam either. Like, maybe, I mean, like, it's not like you're going to like, if I would go on Fox News and say Islam is a horrible religion, Muhammad is a bad person, would I still be on Fox News? Or
Hmm.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe fine. If I was a Hollywood celebrity and said Islam is a stupid religion and Muhammad was a pedophile, would I be blacklisted
Probably not.
in Hollywood?
You probably won't have like a job. Like you'd probably be blacklisted.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know. Like, what do you make of the whole thing of this? What do you think this is? This whole Islam love by them all of a sudden?
Hmm. Uh, it's really like weird. Like because I
I,
feel like I guess the reason they're talking to Islam is because Islam is like a natural ally against like Judaism.
Yeah,
So
and which I don't get why Islam hates Jews so much, because they do hate Jews a lot. But I'm wondering
mhm,
why they hate, because Christianity, it makes more sense because Jews killed Jesus and stuff like that, and we have a different theology. But Islam, it
mhm.
doesn't really make as much sense because Jews never really did anything to Islam. Like it's like a very funny thing, you know.
Yeah, the
It's
thing is, and anything like Jews did to like Islam and Muhammad only happened after like Muhammad like did stuff to Jews.
I think yeah.
Like do you know how like sorry do you know how like Muhammad like died? Uh,
I heard that he was poisoned or he was. What
yeah,
happened exactly?
yeah, like apparently it's because he was poisoned by a Jewish woman, but that's because the Jewish woman's family was like killed by like Muhammad's like
Oh
Islamic
yeah,
army. So
yeah,
eye for an eye, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you say you're scared about criticizing Islam because you're afraid you're going to be attacked by Muslims, right?
Yeah.
Is the same thing with Judaism as well. You're afraid you're going. I mean, is this? Could you say similar or no?
I guess like I definitely think there's a certain type of stigma attached to criticizing like Judaism and Israel as well as Islam. But the thing is, if if you criticize like Israel, you're usually not gonna get a Charlie situation where like a bunch of terrorists like shoot you, and then there won't be like people saying we can't criticize Israel. Well, otherwise there'll be more attacks.
I mean,
Like
no,
or
no,
if
no. It's a dumb thing. John Dale spoke about this. You could. It's a dumb thing. Where do people get? You cannot criticize. Maybe like I guess in conservative circles, but that's because you can't even like whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Like you can't criticize a boy like Tommy Lauren got fired for being pro-choice. You know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah.
not really. Yeah, I mean, and surprising enough, people like Mark Dice and these people that are supposed to be trad Christians defended Tommy Lauren. You know what I mean? The ones that get angry at bench at any time, like Dave Rubin for adapting to. This is one thing I don't get is why are people. I agree it's kind of disgusting what Dave Rubin did, but like people are like saying he kidnapped it from women. He didn't kidnap it from women. Like the mother sold her eggs.
Yeah,
They're
the
just as
mother
guilty.
agreed. Yeah,
Yeah,
the mother
exactly. The
agreed
mother
to it.
is
That's
just as guilty. I would say the mother is like if I buy a slave from somebody, I'm not kidnapping the person from somebody. The person, I mean, I think the mothers are just like, in my opinion, I think the mother is worse than Dave Rubin in this situation because the mother is they're literally selling their kids to somebody. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know, whatever.
yeah. The thing is, like, I don't know. I don't really have a position on, like, in vitro fertilization. I don't know, like,
I mean,
whether
well,
it's like
you're
right or not.
pro-life, so you're probably against them throwing out the eggs, right? I mean, yeah, you cannot
Yeah, yeah,
believe life begins at conception and believe that's okay that they throw stuff, they're
yeah,
throwing egg. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's the thing I've recently like heard about, like, the eggs thing. So I'm pretty much trying to like reevaluate, like, and trying to research more about, like, that part of like the whole abortion debate, as well as in vitro like fertilization. But, like, the people that like are pro life, but, like, for like that, they need to like start like reevaluating like
right,
where they
right.
stand, because
Right. No, no, no. I know. You know what I'll say here about everything. I'm just going to be. I agree that there's certain. The thing is, people try to make everything like it's black and white. You know what I mean? Like in
hmm,
a sense, if I was on Daily Writer and would criticize the Talmud, I'd probably get fired. But it's not as black and white. You know what I mean? It's a
yeah,
very complicated thing. You know what I mean?
hmm,
These people try to make everything like George Soros. He's the biggest Jewish donor, but he's also anti-Israel and anti-Netanyahu. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's a very like I just don't like the lying. That's what gets me. This gets me bothered. For me, I'm a person. You see me. I care about being honest and consistent with stuff. You know what I mean?
hmm,
You see,
hmm,
but people don't have the same thing. It's like and then there's also a thing I learned. I used to assume people were neo-Nat, like people being racist. They're not racist because they want to be racist. Like for me, I tried to talk myself out of race and IQ. You don't know how much stressing out how much research. I know I'm a weird person. I'm a weird person,
hmm,
but how much I tried to do debunking the race and IQ. And I thought the same thing was with anti-Semitism, but apparently people that are anti-Semite want to be anti-Semitic. I mean, it's
hmm.
whatever. I mean, but it's getting to the point where it's becoming cringy. Like everybody's bringing up the Talmud. It's like people like saying AI pack. Like there's some trend. Like there's some like stunning umbrella. Like those leftists that say that like say women's rights are human rights, and they think they're like edgy. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that's how it feels for me. I don't know.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Uh, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, but you say you don't want like let's get to your. Well, you say you don't want to get into too much of the culture war, right? You say, would you get into a little bit of the culture war or no? Or
I mean, the thing is, if I find something like interesting or like unique, I can say about it, and like if I
Mhm.
can actually finish my research in time, then I'll probably
well,
like say something about it.
here's what I'm gonna say about the culture. If you don't mind me saying,
Hmm.
if you're consistent, people will like you. As long as you're consistent, that's the problem that people have. Who's consistent on this platform on the culture war? There's nobody
Hmm.
consistent, and the people that are consistent are like because there's nobody that has a good touch on the culture war, really. You know what I mean? Like, let's say the Jewish culture war. It's either you want them. It's either they go like it's either the other side treats Jews how the left wing treats whites. You know what I mean? The other
Hmm.
side treats Jews how the left wing treats blacks. Do you get what I mean or no?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Exactly. There's no like, and so I do agree. Like there are people that like I don't get I admit I don't get as angry because I'm a Jew myself, but it's true. People do coddle Jews. They do like the right wing does in a certain sense coddle Jews, but it's like if you I believe if you go into the middle ground, people will like you because how many like nobody takes a middle ground approach to the culture war, but you seem to do it,
Hmm.
right? You're not
I, I I
you're like
definitely try to.
right. I mean, like you're Christian, but you're not for throwing gays off roofs, but you're still anti-homosexuality. You know, what I mean, I think like
Yeah.
no, I think people want a reasonable person, like because there are not too many reasonable Zoomers. We have because we do have reasonable Christians, like What Do You Meme and what's his name
Yeah,
again, Inspiring Philosophy, but we don't have any.
yeah,
How old are they exactly? They're
yeah.
not.
Oh yeah, like I don't know, like the last I heard maybe 37, but they're older now.
Right.
They're older.
Because
Yeah,
no,
well,
because I'm being honest with you, the Zoomer Christians are annoying as anything. I'm not trying to be whatever here, but they're just annoying. Like even like Redeem Zoomer. I hope I'm not being too rude here, but it's like I see his tweets and he's like, you know what I mean? Like you like a person like you're a reasonable person could actually do some. So I mean, and you just said you're now you could create good reasons why. Like, well, I have a good idea for you. Would you ever make a video with this? Why, as a Christian, you're not for Christian nationalism? Would you ever make that video or no?
uh, like I don't know, maybe not. Like I feel like well, I could just like tweet that like and like make some bullet points for a video. I want to, I don't know, something that like with a lot more like content like
Right. I mean, but I
that
mean,
like
like,
can't be as easily summarized if I'm
yeah. I mean, like,
maybe as a video short, like a
yeah,
YouTube short.
yeah. No, because you have to bring in some, yeah. I mean, you have to bring in some, yeah. I mean, like, what's it gonna say? I hate when this happens. No, but like, yeah, because I think also, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, we were going to do a video. Remember that Destiny video that we're going to do together? Remember that?
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I could have done it. I could have wrote it better. Yeah, maybe we could do it again. I mean, I know it was hard though because I had some clips there that would you have been able to get those clips or no?
I feel like maybe not all of them, but like I don't know, if you point me in the right direction, I might be able to find
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I mean, no, but some of them. But like, this is the thing about Destiny again. He's trying like I don't want to like him, but he does stuff that kind of makes me like him a bit because he is like. I mean, I'm lame myself, but he's like the epitome of a lame, But like some stuff, like you heard, like he's now going against. He's saying that that we shouldn't celebrate the killing of the United Healthcare worker. You heard him saying that.
Yeah, that's pretty like base, and he's gonna like yeah, he's
Yeah,
still probably gonna get like backlash for that.
you're right. But this is the thing. Like he has, like he's reasonable on most things. I mean, most things I'll say. But then he's like he has Trump derangement syndrome. Like his views on Trump are so like when he said like when he celebrated the death of the firefighters. Like
Oh
that's something I expected from Hassan or Gank. I didn't expect
yeah.
that from. Why do you think is this thing with Trump? Why is he so?
Yeah, like pretty much basically because I don't know he thought that like for some reason like Trump incited January 6th for some reason. Like there's this like one point of agreement I have with Destiny on that where like there were maybe other conservatives who also made like very like dark jokes and yet criticizing. But let me finish. But and then criticizing Destiny for like the same dark jokes. But the problem is, say what you want, but Destiny was like being serious with that. The thing I wouldn't mind if I'm not as opposed to him like making like dark jokes about like because I guess dark humor as long as you're not being serious is almost permissible provided you have the right
He was
context.
serious though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
said
that's
he's
the
happy. He said he was
yeah
happy.
that's the thing that and
He
like
said his
he kept
parents
on
were at the
saying
rally and
like
be happy. Like it was
he
like
kept yeah he kept on saying ooh conservatives don't like jokes and maybe there was some that were like being hypocritical but even when you asked him he kept on being like serious and that was like annoying like it's just like some firefighter. You didn't have to like say that you approved of him dying. Like it's just like some
I mean, like
Trump.
it just like it's the annoying thing that gets to people is that like Destiny, he's like, what does he do all day? He streams all day. He's like a nobody. He does nothing all day. This person literally saves people from fire. He has a real job actually. Like
Yeah.
it's like tone deaf. Like remember when people were angry when Nick Fuentes said that store workers are like shouldn't have the right to vote when they do more, or like when he criticized rednecks for like when they actually do stuff, they actually do. Like Nick Fuentes does not. I don't know. Like it's like
But yeah, here's the thing. Like, why? What does Nick Fuentes do that like legitimizes his right to vote in his worldview? Like,
I don't know.
all he does is talk in a camera. Like, it's ideas. He's like what he would describe as so-called intellectual, but like as Thomas Sowell like it pointed out, like intellectuals, the product of like intellectuals is ideas, while the product of say someone like engineers is like actual like maybe machines or like tangible stuff. Like
No,
intellectuals like don't experiment like while like more like competent people like engineers and scientists like do experiments and their ideas are actually tested while intellectuals ideas aren't really like tested, like they're just theories.
yeah, I get what you mean. But there are people that I hate more than gripers. I mean, I don't hate gripers. They're more annoying to me than gripers. I really, you saw Hunter Avalon recently.
I'm so glad that I don't watch his videos or channel anymore, but like what did he do now?
No, he's like, no, just make stupid things. He was like trying to like make jokes about the United healthcare worker dying, and he says
Oh my.
and he made a joke. He says the killing of him is getting more coverage than he gave to his clients. And I like respond to Hunter, you
I
spend more
mean
time on this app than you do with your kids, and he blocked me. But it's like, no, he's like,
okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
I mean that.
sorry.
I mean that. Sorry. I mean I feel like that's whether you like it or not. That is kind of a funny joke, and we could probably talk about like the whole healthcare situation in the U.S. But like also what you said was a like funny joke and a very smart one. Definitely worth getting blocked over.
I mean, like Hunter Avalon went on my stream. Like I'm a 2 viewer streamer, and he went on there. Like he has no like I don't know like no, but he just became a worse person. Like he could change his views. I mean, would I be okay with it? I would lie if I said I was fully okay with it. But he has the right to. But the fact is, he just became he became like how do I put this? Such a smug person after he changed his views. Like he wasn't always. Was he always this smug? He used to be. He used to. I think he used to be nice. Now he became like. Am I wrong about this or no?
Okay, so like at least maybe like 1 year or 6 months after like he left he released his left the like right video, he was basically smug at some point after that. Like so
Right.
he's been smug for like years now.
Yeah, exactly. But he used to not be so smug. Like he used to be a. Do you agree that him becoming left made him a worse person? I know. I mean, like I know we don't know him personally, but from what you see on the videos, he's playing a worse person. Let's say. Would you agree with that or no?
I mean, the thing is because of like my bias, I can't tell if like he was always like judgmental. He's definitely very judgmental
I mean,
and also but like
yeah. Yeah.
but
Oh,
but I do remember him being like pretty like tough on like the left and pretty like harsh.
yeah, but he wasn't
Before
never like
the
he was never like to the point like Nick Fuentes. He was happy that Nick. He was joking around about Nick Fuentes is being what do they call again? Being what do they call again about Nick Fuentes? Like I hate Nick Fuentes. I mean I don't hate him, but whatever. I don't hate him. But like Nick Fuentes, like he was joking about Nick Fuentes being shot at. It's like listen, man, you just shot you. Somebody shot you yourself, and you cowered. You like literally cowered behind your wife. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, whatever. I mean, like he has really I don't know, whatever. I sort of feel bad for him in a sense. Like people were like celebrating when him and his wife got divorced, but I like felt very bad for him. It's like I mean, because when a man divorces his wife, it's like you're like killing a man. You know what I mean? It's like you're destroying his life. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, but
Mm.
let me show you. Let me show you. Like, did you see Hunter Avalon's face recently? He like became like. Didn't you see like he has became like it looks like he has herpes. Do you get what I mean? He became like a herpy face. Like I don't know. Well, but anyways, this is what annoys me the most of Hunter Avalon. Let me just show you his recent videos. To like 1 second. Uh, yeah, his thing is really.
I mean, how is he even making money now? Like he must have lost so many subscribers. Like, I'm,
Uh, yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
he's
know.
stuck at like 500K.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's trying to be like a Walmart Destiny, but Destiny is consistent to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At this point, I should literally just make a series called like
Like I don't know. This is not good action, but it looks like he has some herpy or like I don't know. Actually, he has a big nose. He has a big nose. No, but this is what annoys me the most of Hunter Avalon. He's like he deleted all his old videos. Do you see that?
hmm.
All his old videos
Yeah,
got released. Like what happened? Like you see, like oh yeah, he did keep he did still keep the cricket stuff thing. Yeah, but do you see how much how much stuff he deleted? Like everything after like is like after 6 years. This is where yeah, I don't get like what's he trying like. That's like a coward move. Like I think you should keep your videos to show that you changed your mind. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. Also, I mean, like for most part, I am not anti Destiny. I know it sounds bad, but it's like then he goes like, "Do you see his debate with Trent Horn?"
You mean the pro life?
Yeah, it's like disappointing me. First of all, he didn't Destiny used to be personally pro life? Like what happened? Like he did not have his son aborted. Like you know what I'm talking about or no?
Yeah, he changed it. That was like I think years before his like liberal like
Yeah,
changed. Like the thing is, I feel like it could have been like easier for him if he did like uh, uh you know um like have like sex outside of marriage. That would have like avoided
right. I
having
mean,
to
yeah,
like
right. But I know I understand that. But that's like a thing you can't. Of course, you shouldn't have. Of course, you shouldn't do that. But it's like what's it called again? It's just in the outside world it doesn't work. In our world, I mean, I don't know. Like in my world, it works. Nobody, but whatever. Just people just don't. I don't know. It just doesn't resonate with people. Apparently, I don't know.
hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So your next video is going to be about that. Is going to be about abstinence.
uh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. So when do you want to end the stream?
Yeah, I guess since it's basically like 1 o'clock
Yeah. 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 For
right
sure. Thanks
now,
for coming.
so
Yeah. 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 I mean, what? Not to say I'm a little bit disappointed in the stream. I was, but it was a good talk though. You know. What I mean,
yeah, it was great talking to you again.
Yeah. I
Um,
should have gone. Yeah. 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 But anyways, yeah. Well, let's end the stream now. Any last final statements or?
I don't know. I guess yeah, not much.
Well, you want to go to bed
Maybe
now. You want to go to
yeah.
bed.
I
Okay.
mean,
Let's.
like maybe follow my YouTube channel, but uh,
Yeah.
it's
Let
if
me
you
put link that in the stream. Yeah. You're in.
thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. You're on. You actually, yeah. You're becoming. How many subs do you have?
Oh yeah, that's nearly 700, like 694 right now.
Yeah. Would you ever get into? Oh, okay, direct message. Would you ever get into debating or no?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but like
I mean, you
I
don't want
have
to become like a Andrew Wilson, like a debate me bro, like Andrew Wilson or
hmm,
the whole Brad Tube. The Brad Tube
yeah,
is like, yeah.
yeah.
What's your
The,
thoughts on Andrew Wilson? Before I'm just gonna get the league, what's your thought on Andrew Wilson?
he might like you know he might be like tough and like I don't know. I guess maybe a somewhat decent asset for the right, but like he seems very like cold and like
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I guess he cooks maybe a little, at least a little bit to like red pill community, like he,
Yeah.
and
No.
like he's attacking a lot of like the conservatives as like
Oh,
not fake, not real conservatives, which I don't know. I feel like maybe conservatives have been like hypocritical in like following traditional values, but like I don't know. I feel
yeah.
like
No. But yeah, it's what it is what it is. I guess. I mean, I wish you would bring back the Crucible. You know what I mean? But one
okay,
thing I think it would really make a good job in is he would make a good radio host. I really do believe he would make a good radio host. You know what I'm talking
probably
about?
yeah.
Yeah, because he is good debating, or like those public access shows they used to have. I wish they would bring them back. That would actually be pretty funny.
Hmm.
Not be like me hiring him, Hunter Avalon, Destiny. Hassan Abbey. That'll be very fun. They like can't
Hmm.
even but they can't flesh out the calls. Their calls are not screened, and they would have to accept any call, and they would like go crazy. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Here's his channel, everybody. If you want to sub, thanks for coming, Iran. I don't know if will we be able to do this next week or probably not, I would say, right?
I mean, like maybe not on a weekday, but like we could try. Uh, we'll see.
I mean, the morning for me is Let me see. That's the problem. Is like I guess I could. What's 1 second? So the morning you probably go to church, right? So I can't do it. I can't do an all nighter. And the morning I have to
Mm,
go someplace myself. Oh,
mm,
we'll think about that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think you actually
Um.
should do. I think you should. No, by the way, saying so. No, but before we just leave it,
Uh,
here, you're saying you
yeah.
wouldn't want to do a debate. That you wouldn't want to become a debate streamer. You're saying. Before we go.
Like I wouldn't mind it. The problem is like I haven't like had like many debate requests. Like I did debate like communist before, but that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Uh, I, I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind like doing debates on like topics that I'm confident in, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
like
No. Yeah. Maybe we could do. Would you want to finish Destiny video, or that's too old? Because I think like it's continuing though. It's a continuing saga. Would you want to
yeah
continue that, or?
yeah I think like January 6th is pretty important.
That's. I think I would be like if we would do it, I would be more into. And I mean, like also another video I would like to do is why Chank Gank going into the right wing populist is easier than people think. Because I'll explain, why it's might be easier than people think. But anyways, okay.
Uh,
Anyways, let's end the stream now because I don't want you to yeah. Okay. Anyways, thanks. Bye.